Alright guys, welcome back to our GM mode commentary for the Philadelphia Flyers in NHL 13. Excuse me. We are at the trade deadline, one day away basically, and we're at a we're at a better spot than I expected to be this year. Pittsburgh's 10 or 8 points ahead of us right now. We have time to make that up, but with the way Pittsburgh's playing right now, odds are we're not going to catch them, so at this point it looks like we are a safe lock for a 4 or 5 seed. We're 5 points up on Washington, 2 up on Carolina, 1 on New Jersey. So the 4, 5, 6 could fluctuate. I don't see Washington getting that much higher, and we're pretty much a safe bet for the playoffs because we're 10 points up on the Islanders. That, and we have arguably the best player in the NHL right now in Giroux. Look, he's leading the league in points, 3 ahead of Spezza. And we're actually getting really good play out of both of our goalies. More so Mason than Brzgalov, which is interesting. They played the same amount of games. Mason has won more though. So we're gonna have a choice to make at come playoff time. I would probably just go with the hot hand. Maybe we'll try to move Brzgalov in the off season because Mason, he's still Gold Star potential, I think. So he has room to improve. Brzgalov not so much. Anyways, so we're at the trade deadline. Let's take a look at our lines right now. So we have Gagne, Giroux, Voracek, Schenn, Simmons, Hartnell, Booth, Couturier, Knuble. I would not mind moving David Booth, just because he's not doing so hot down there. And Knuble really is. He has 24 points on the third line. That's a better pace than I expected out of him. And we have Dominic Moore on the fourth line. I forgot about him. So I believe it was Winnipeg that offered us Blake Wheeler for David Booth. I forget the exact trade for it, but I would like to re-explore that because Wheeler is better. He's a little bit bigger than Booth, and he actually can get better still. Booth is probably peaked already, and he's probably just going to get worse. And I want to keep... I wouldn't move Booth up to the second line with Hartnell Simmons, just because Hartnell, that's really the only good place for him. I don't think he'd be a good fit down at the third line with Couturier and Knuble. And I want Simmons to get better, so I need to play him on the second line. First line is not a problem at this point. Voracek is having a pretty good season. So, at this point, and our defense is nothing to worry about. We got a pretty solid defense right here. So, we're going to head into the trade deadline. I'm going to see what comes at us. And we got to win. Okay, great. So let's fire up the phones. We have 2 phones. Okay. Alright. So, let's take a look here. And we have Rundblad. I forgot about Rundblad. Okay. Let's look at David Booth. I think it was Winnipeg. Blake Wheeler. There he is. Okay. Now, value, we're going to have to add quite significantly to that. Who do they want? Skaters. We could give him one of the younger guys. Lordson. I'd like to keep on to Lordson just because I've done GM modes with him before, and he actually turns into a decent top 6 guy for us. So I'd like to hold on to Lordson. I'm fine with giving up Manning and Kessel though. Dang it. Okay, who do they want to give up? Are any of these guys any good? Just for those purposes, I'll take the Gold Star one and Skaters matching block. See if we can. I gave up Kessel too. That value should alone cover that. That might actually be more. That's interesting. Because Booth and Manning probably covers the value for Wheeler. Okay, maybe we can get someone back. How well would it be interesting? 77, not so much. Well, who do they want to give away? Antropov, Mantonen. Yeah, we'll just get a minor league guy. We don't need a whole lot. So, I think this should go through. There's a lot of players, but it'll work. I believe so. So, will this work? Yes, it will. Okay. Winnipeg is happy about that. So let's adjust the lines. Oh, what? Oh, we're over. Okay. We send down. Jeez, these guys stink. I'll send this Jaffray down. Alrighty. So we got one trade done. Now, the interesting other option that we could pursue is Couturier and some sort of package for Bobby Ryan. Okay, the Anaheim first is looking pretty valuable. So they don't want to give him up. Bobby Ryan, okay. Now, I was thinking about this, and I think it might be easier if we were to do this at the draft, because we want to do a lot of trading at the draft, and right now I really don't know if it's worth messing up the chemistry we have for this team. Giroux's doing fine on his own with Gagne and Voracek. Gagne and Voracek, they're not scoring at the pace that I'd like them to, but I mean, Giroux, he's got like 84 points already. I don't think scoring is any real problem for this team, especially coming from the top line, which is where Bobby Ryan would be playing. So this is something that I want to re-explore, but not at this moment. I made that trade for Wheeler. I think it's good for us. He should add some help down to the third line with Couturier and Knubel. So that's something that I like. So we're good. We'll see if any teams approach us. I don't think they're going to. Okay. Ooh, the Rangers got Patrick Elias. No shit. Wow. Ryan Bourque. Interesting. All right. Trade deadline galore. Okay. Oh, Winnipeg. You want to do another trade? Nick Antropov for our first round pick. Okay, that's probably not something I'm going to do. Antropov's 81 and 33. He's not getting any better. That's not really what we need on this team. We want to save these. I want to save these draft picks that we have. We have 2 first round picks. San Jose's is a tad bit more valuable because they're doing worse than us. I would like maybe to package these and move up into the top 15 for this draft, because it's this draft is especially good. It's got McKinnon, Druin, Jones, Barkov, Mantha, a lot of guys that I really would like to get my hands on. So I'm going to keep my first round picks in the hope of moving up in the draft. So no thank you. No more trades. Alright. Come on. Nope, nothing. Alright. Philip Kuba, Eric Condra. Not a whole lot of big moves. Florida finally traded Kuba. And Winnipeg. We're not doing this, man. For 2014 first. No, we don't even have room for Antropov, honestly. Okay, so the trade deadline came and went. And let's recheck the lines real quick. So it's Wheeler, Couturier, and Knubel. Hartnell, Shen, Simmons, Voracek, Giroux, Gagne, and more Talbot, Fedotenko on the bottom line. That's good. Defense, same thing. Coburn, Timonen, Shen, Pronger, Grossman, Mazzaros. Good stuff. Power play. I think I'm gonna move. Where is he? Wheeler. Wheeler will get second line power play time just because he'd probably do better than Knubel would. 4-man power play. Seems about right. Penalty kill, Giroux, Gagne, Talbot, Simmons. Is Wheeler... How good is Wheeler on defense? I did not take a look at that. 4 stars. Okay. He's probably... Yeah, okay. We're probably fine how it is. 4 on 4. I'm gonna give... I'll just have Wheeler slot into the... Wait. I'll put Couturier and... Couturier, yeah, Hartnell's fine there, I guess. Cool. Okay. So I think that trade makes us better. Booth was not producing for us, and if we can get some more depth scoring out of that third line, which is we should be able to because Knuebel's having a good season. Couturier's just not putting the points up. I'm really not sure why, but and done the scouting trip. Okay, I'll do it when I get to the Bruins game. All right, scout assignment. Okay, we don't really need goalies. Let's look at forwards. Actually, no, we're going to need a good defenseman prospect. Outside of Rundblad. Okay, Nurse, Sedorov, Cardwell. Yeah. Do OHL defenseman for 5 weeks. Let's see, can I upgrade my scout at all? No, I can't, okay. We're going to have to win some games, alright. Briz, you got it. Okay, back to back. Probably going to give Mason the Blackhawks tomorrow. Ah, 5-7. That's brutal. Alright. Yeah, you're getting pulled for that one regardless, Briz. 7 goals? It's the Blackhawks, but come on, man. Alright. Mason, see what you can do. Or, no, wait. Who'd we just play? Ah, 4-3. Alright. Who did we just play? The Bruins. Ah, that's even worse. Alright, give you one more, Mason. We can't start slipping in the standings here. There we go, 3-1. That's a solid win for Mason. And 4-1 loss to Montreal. Alright, I'll give Briz the Panthers, get his confidence back up. We might be able to finish the video or finish the regular season in this video. I'm not sure yet. Giroux's up to 89 points. See if we can break 100 this year. 1-0. Come on. You guys gotta give Briz some help. 3-4. Jesus, guys. Look at that. Giroux got 92 points now. Alright. Well, if the playoffs started today, I would have to go with Mason. I mean, for whatever reason, they seem to score for him more than they do for Briz. Alright. There we go. Good win over Carolina. Alright. Okay, we got Pittsburgh. You gotta beat Pittsburgh, guys. That's the whole point of playing hockey in Philadelphia. 5-6. That's brutal. Alright. Mason. Mason, you had your shot. Briz, see if you can beat Pittsburgh. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Oh my god, what is going on here? We're losing games now. Look at this, we fell all the way to 8th. This is not good. I'm sticking with Mason. Man, Briz, you can't lose to the Penguins 7-1 like that. There we go. Good win over the Islanders. That's a win we need. Alright. Where are we after that? Wow, we went up all the way up to 6th. Okay. So we got Boston back-to-back, home and home. Let's go, Mason. Oh my god, 8-0? Are you serious? What in the world, guys? This season's unraveling for us. And Giroux he's reached frickin' 100 points. Okay, bounce back. We're gonna have to keep an eye on the standings. This is not turning out how I thought it would. Come on, there we go. Look at that, Mason gets a shutout. Alright. See if we can beat Ottawa. Ottawa's a tough team. There we go. Back-to-back shutouts from Oh, Brizgalov's in net. Never mind. 3 wins in a row for Briz. Good stuff. Alright. Get up past. Are we in April or February? I guess it's March. There we go. Look at this! 3 shutouts in a row for Briz. I love it. Oh, man. Okay, yeah, we're in April. That's what I thought. So, I think these might be the final 3 games of the season. Look at that, we're back in 4th. That's what I'm talking about. Although we're only 4 points up on Washington, and these are our last 3 games. So, we got work to do. We're not done yet, guys. We need to get at least one more win. There you go. Beat Pittsburgh. That's the way to do it. Defenseman. So let's, yeah, Nurse, Satterall, Cardwell, Subban. Okay. So they didn't turn out very well. Any U.S. No one good from the U.S. this year, huh? I guess we can do goalies. Might as well at this point, right? Guess we already did. Wow. Not really much else we can do. Stay in the WHL. Can't hurt. Alright, guys, beat Ottawa. Now Brizgalov. Look at this. Briz is just tearing it up right now. We're 99. Yes, we are in the playoffs. This is our last game. We are 6 points up on Carolina, who's the 8th seed, and there can't be more than like 3 games left. Okay, so we got 45 wins. I think they wanted 44 out of us. So, we exceeded expectations. And we ended well. End the season well, guys. Beat the Rangers. There we go. 3-4. Alright, Briz. I had my doubts, man, but he rolled off frickin' 7 wins in a row to finish the season. So, I am more than confident with Briz going into the playoffs right now. Because he is tearing it up. Looks like we drew the Islanders in the first round back in October. I told you I wanted at least 44 wins this season. You ended up with 46. I like having my expectations met. It makes me think that I picked the right GM. Keep it up. I like what I see. So we made our owner happy. And we get John Tavares and the Islanders in the first round. That's an interesting matchup. We do have home ice. So let's take a look at the stats for the season. Okay. So Giroux ended up with 108 points. I wonder if he won the Art Ross. That'd be interesting to see. That's an amazing season. 43, 65, 108 points, plus minus a 39. Man, 10 game winning goals. Really pretty high shooting percentage. That's just great. This is why I love having Giroux on this team. Alright. Second closest is Gagne. I can't complain about that because Giroux, that's honestly an anomaly. I've never seen a player carry a line that well. 58 points for Voracek is good. He's going to progress like normally. Usually he peaks around 87, 88. So this is going to probably bump him to like 84, 85. Gagne, that's perfectly good production for someone 33 years old. He's still a first-line forward. He ages very well in this game, so perfectly cool with Gagne. Wheeler had 55 points. I didn't check to see what he had before he came over, so I'm not sure how good that is. For all I know, he could have not scored at all for us. Simmons with 47, Hartnell with 41. A little less than I would like to see. I'd like to see him around 50, but I think that was because of the slump we went on early on. Hartnell still ended up with 26 goals, so I can't really complain. And Simmons does what he does. He got in people's faces and did his job. Pronger and Timonen, good stuff. The veterans. Knuble with 19 goals. That's pretty good. 33 points. Especially for third line duty. I don't really expect more than like 35 for my third liners, so that's good. Shen, again, Shen doesn't progress very well in this game. It takes him a while to become the player that I think he can be. But 33 points is not bad, especially on the context of this team. Giroux is doing so much scoring that, the second and third lines, they didn't really need scoring. So any scoring, like 26 goals from Hartnell, frankly, that's like a bonus for us. So, yeah, Shen, I'd like to see more, but it's not like we really needed him to produce very well this year. Mazzaro's 29 points is good for a sixth pairing defenseman. He did get power play time though. Couturier, look at that, 22 points. Again, not a lot. We could get a better third line center. But I'd rather move Couturier for maybe a first line scoring threat because Gagne is going to want more money. And I wouldn't be opposed to letting him walk just because signing him long term could really hurt the team in terms of cap. But he's good defensively. He only took eight penalty minutes this year. And, you know, for 77 overall, that's really not bad point production for playing with Knuble and Wheeler and Booth. So that's fine. But, I mean, Talbot, you know, he was fourth line and he matched him. He even scored more goals. So, I don't know what that says. Dominic Moore, that's 21 points. That's a lot more than I expected out of him. And Fedotenko, 18. So, good stuff. Grossman, yeah, stay-at-home guy. He's not going to be scoring a whole lot. So, interesting stuff. Let's look at the goalies. Briz ended up playing more games and had a better goals against, more wins, less regulation losses, and a better save percentage. So Mason kind of... I think the games where Mason lost like 8-0, I think that really hurt his stats, because for a while Mason was playing really well for us, and I don't think these stats really indicate how well he was playing early on. But for whatever reason, man, Briz just... The final 7 games for us, he was absolutely huge. I mean, let's look at these. So Mason got shelled 8-0 in Boston. Briz came back, beat him 2-1. Only let him score 1 goal. That's huge. Then he goes on the road in Montreal. I don't know if Montreal's a playoff team. They are not. But they have Subban, they have Galchenyuk, they have Pacioretty. You know, Montreal's a good team. To beat them 7-0 on the road in their building, that's not easy at all. Then going and shutting out the Senators, who have Spezza, who have Carlson, who have McCulloch, who have Alfredson. That's impressive in and of itself. And then doing the same thing to the Jets. You know, he shut out 3 quality teams that can score goals in a row. And then, you know, beating Pittsburgh, that's more than I can ask for out of Briz. 2-1, keeping Pittsburgh to 1 goal. You serious? I expect that to be a shootout between, Giroux, Malkin, and Crosby. Like, that's more than I can ask out of Briz. And then, you know, beating the Sens, that's a game where the offense finally stepped up and really helped him outside of, well, it was a pretty good streak for both sides. It was mostly Briz, just because the other teams didn't score very many goals. I mean, they had 1, 2, 3, 6 goals in 7 games. That's more than you can ask for out of your goalie. And then, you know, the offense really supported on these last 2 games very well. So, I really like what I'm seeing out of Briz right now, and I'm more than confident going forward with him in the playoffs. I'll see how he progresses in the offseason, especially how Mason progresses, because if Brizgalov doesn't get any worse and Mason doesn't get any better, we will kind of arrive at a bit of an awkward situation, because Briz's cap hit is disastrous, and we're going to have to get rid of him eventually. But, I mean, if we make a deep playoff run, and he stays the same, then, you know, would we be able to afford going with Mason should he not be able to play as well as Briz can? So it's an awkward situation for us. But we'll find out next time. That's going to do it for this video. Join me next time in round 1. We're going to take on the Islanders, see if we can beat Tavares and Nabokov and the crew. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. Round 1 of the playoffs start in the next video. I will see you guys then.